Hey YouTube, welcome to Ready Set Drone. Today I have a aftermarket charger for the DJI Mavic Pro. It is a triple charger. It'll charge 3 batteries at once, as well as has USB ports. So we're going to put it to the test against the standard DJI charger and see how it does. So stay tuned. Alright, so a little bit about the DJI Mavic Pro battery. It is a 3S 11.4 volt, I think it is 3830 milliamp hours. So 3S basically means that it has 3 cells in it, 3 independent cells. It's a smart battery, intelligent battery, which means that on your remote and in the app you can actually see the status of the cells, make sure they're all at about the same level. When it charges in such a way that all the cells are kept even, and that allows a longer performance out of the battery, longer battery life, etc. So you want to use a charger that's going to do all that and take care of it. Now this charger here will allow you to charge 3 at once versus 1. Now what I want to do is I've actually got 4 batteries here. They have all been depleted down to 30%. So they're basically at the point where there's 1 light solid and 1 light blinking. And the reason I know they're at 30% is because I flew it until the app said 30% and then I landed it. And so they're all about the same. They're probably a little bit plus or minus. So what I'm going to do is actually take all 4 of these. I'm going to put one of them on the DJI charger that comes with the Mavic. And I'm going to put the other 3 on this new charger and see how long it takes to charge 3 versus 1 on the DJI charger. So let's go ahead and open up this thing. It is obviously made in China because it's got Chinese writing on the instructions with some English. It does have, as I said, 3 charging cables built into it, and I guess it's called the YX for Mavic, model DOYXC06. It's metal, so which is nice. Feels very well built. It's got the 3 cables hanging here off the end. This one did come with a US plug, which is great. Make sure if you're ordering one, you get the right plug for your country and your wall outlets. Other than that, it has this little instruction book, which again is primarily written in Chinese, so don't know that I'm going to be able to do much with it, but there shouldn't be much to... Oh, wait a minute. It has English on the inside. So it says, this charger can charge 3 pieces of smart Mavic batteries simultaneously with protection for overvoltage, overcurrent, overheat, overcharge, and balance. This device can charge the Mavic batteries more quickly, stably, and safely. So what I was talking about earlier, the balancing piece, is the fact that it balances the 3 cells and makes sure that they all get the same charge. The corresponding LED lights show the charging state. The LED is green when fully charged or idle load, and when being charged the LED is red. When the battery is above 90%, it may not charge automatically, so you want to make sure your batteries are somewhat depleted, probably down to 20-30%. And the battery will automatically enter into static charging when the short-term temperature is high and the battery runs out. So that's one other thing, is I think you want to make sure that you let the battery cool before you put it on the charger, regardless of the aftermarket charger or if it's a DJI charger. So let me put this up out of the way and go ahead and plug in all 4 batteries. One other thing I will say that I like about it is this thing. This is the one from DJI. The actual length of the cable is pretty short, so which is great because it doesn't take up as much space in your case. However, it's kind of a pain because it has to be near the plug. So, you know, one thing that I do like is this charging cable is quite a bit longer, so you can be further away from the plug. So I'm going to go ahead and plug both these in. Okay, so I've got the DJI charger plugged in over here. It's a little bit out of frame because, again, the cable length is short. I've got the YX for Mavic plugged in right here. I've got plenty of cable length on it. I've got 3 green lights here indicating that it's ready to charge these 3, and it does have 2 USB connectors. Now, So these USB connectors are 5 volt, 2 amp outputs. So typically like an iPhone charger will be a 1 amp output. So these are a little bit beefier, so they're going to charge a little bit faster. And I am going to go ahead and plug my Mavic remote into this as well. So I'm going to have 3 batteries and the remote in this, and I'm going to have 1 battery in the DJI charger, just to see what the comparison is, how quickly everything charges. So I'll start with the remote and plug it in right here. That fits in nicely. And plug it into the side of the remote, and you can see it's charging. This remote is at 57%, so we'll let that go for a moment. And I'm going to go ahead and plug in my 1 battery into, and again, it is 30%, 1 blinking light and 1 lit light. So I'm going to go ahead and plug it into the standard DJI charger, and it's charging now. And I'm going to go ahead and plug these 3 in. There's 1. And now you can see that one's charging. There's 2. You can see that one's charging. And there's 3. Alright, so now I've got 4 charging batteries. 3 of them on the aftermarket YX for Mavic, as well as the remote, and 1 of the batteries on the original DJI charger. The time right now is 10 minutes after 10 in the morning, 10:10 in the morning. So I'm gonna just kind of keep tabs on these and see how long it takes all of them to charge. Now, I can hear a very light fan noise coming off of this thing. I'll see if I can pick it up with the GoPro camera microphone. It's not very loud. Now the DJI device is completely silent. I think it's solid state and must not give off as much heat because it doesn't seem to have any fan noise. But this guy with the metal housing and the 3 batteries does have a little bit of fan noise associated with it. So we'll leave these guys to cook from 10:10 until they're done, and I'll tell you how long it takes to do all of the charging. This one's already at 59%, no 58%. It started at 57 a few minutes ago, so we'll see how it goes and check back in a little bit. Okay, so I'm back. These 4 batteries all charged at about the same pace. Whether it was the DJI charger or the aftermarket YX for Mavic model YX C06. The time was about 1 hour and 10 minutes for them all to reach 100% and for the lights to stop blinking and go out. And like I said, it all happened within a few minutes of each other, so there was not very big discernible difference. They were all at about 30%, and it took about 1 hour and 10 minutes for each of them to get to, or all of them to get to 100% charge. Now this remote control, which charged via the USB port on this thing, took a little bit longer. It took a little over 2 hours to go from, I think it was at 55% when I started, to 100%. So a little over 2 hours for it to go that far. So if it was down lower, you could count on it taking a little bit longer. I imagine the USB is a bit more of a trickle charge, and that's probably why. But overall, this thing seems to perform pretty similar to the DJI. Now, one other thing I was going to mention, now that the batteries are done charging and all 3 lights are green on this thing, the fan has stopped. There's no more noise. It's completely quiet. I guess the fan only comes on when the battery's charging. So overall, my first experience with it, I'm really happy with this charger for Mavic. I'm going to put a link in the description which will give you the price and where to buy it. I believe it's Amazon.com where you can buy it from. It charges 3 batteries at the same time. It's made of metal. It's got 2 USB ports for charging on the side, which is nice, 2 amp USB ports for charging different USB things. I would imagine you could charge something else. As a matter of fact, I'm going to try something real quick. I'm going to plug my phone in and see what it does. So just to try this out, I'm going to go ahead and plug the phone in to this USB port. see, gotta put it in the right way and see what happens with this. I'm imagining it will just charge it just like normal. Yep, there it goes. Vibrated, you can see that it's charging. And so actually having that extra USB port is great because you actually can charge all three batteries at one time, for if you use your DJI at the same time, your remote control and your phone at the same time. So overall, very happy with this thing. If you like it, definitely check it out. I think it's well worth it, especially if you have more than one Mavic battery and you want to be able to fly and recharge quickly. I'll put a link in the description. If you like this video, please hit the like button. And certainly if you like videos about drones and all drone stuff, please subscribe to Ready Set Drone. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.